Welcome back to the channel. Today we got to talk about a video, and I think we got to talk about the receivers and get them a little bit of love because somebody just got paid the bag. Breakout star this year for the Seattle Seahawks that was a crucial piece in their Super Bowl winning team, Jaxson Smith-Njigba. Now, Jaxson Smith-Njigba, we know where he came from, Ohio State, huge Rose Bowl. If you look at what it was, he just inked a 4-year deal worth $168.6 million now after the taxes from the good old state of Washington take a little bit off the top. I don't know how much it totals out to be, but they're after Mahomes did one, Josh Allen, like these big record breaking contracts, like they break it down to, I think he's making like, it's either like no, it's probably not $60 a minute, it's probably $60 a second, something ridiculous like that, which more power to him. I'm thinking, and in a live stream where I talked a little bit about, contract negotiations, what the heck was going on with like why the Seahawks decided to get rid of Kenneth Walker, let him walk to the Chiefs, and then keep JSN. I'm thinking that is probably what the ultimate, like, okay, we got to make a tough decision here between who do we pay? Do we pay our breakout wide receiver star, or do we pay our veteran running back who's been here a while? And we know kind of like the rumor and the stereotype around, like, usually running backs don't get that second or third contract. They play through their rookie contract, they maybe get that 5th-year extension, but then when it comes time to pay the piper and do another contract, not a lot of teams do it. I mean, you look at what the Giants are, a unique situation with Saquon, and same with the Panthers letting CMC go to the 49ers. But when have we ever, unless it's Derrick Henry with the Titans, because he was there for a long period of time at the beginning of his career, when it's time to pay that third contract, a lot of teams let their guys go. And so I think with just how things played out with the salary cap, I'm thinking there is a decision to be made on, do we pay JSN? Do we pay Kenneth Walker? Who are we going to go? I just think with just kind of how the market is with receivers, and receivers are being paid huge contracts and big money, I think that's the direction they went. But I don't think that has anything to do against Kenneth Walker. I just think it's the landscape of what the NFL is now, where people are finding, it's probably more valuable to have a explosive receiver with a pretty competent quarterback. Justin Jefferson's probably going to sit on the Vikings for a long time, and we might have a situation like this with Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or any other breakout receivers. But then when it comes to, okay, can we have a solid staple at running back? Get out of here. Why would you even bring up that recommendation? We don't need that. Cut out the years, make it a 2-year deal or maybe a 3-year deal, pay them both $50 million a piece, something like that, and just make it, like, if you want to break the records, you could do it that way, do more money for less years. But I think, I'm going to be real honest, I think paying this amount of money for a receiver is a very risky deal, because what if he injures his wrist, his ankle, something like that? Because I think I don't know, we've seen it a lot with players in history, when they take pay cuts and stuff, sometimes it helps and it improves the team. Because if JSN's the number one guy going into next season and he gets all the targets, that's more wear and tear on his body. And also, let's not ignore the fact too, a reason why he was one of the top performers statistics-wise in this season, a lot of the other big names and big stars, they were injured. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. There were periods of time throughout the whole season where they'd miss 2 or 3 weeks, like in a stretch. But JSN, with the consistency, was able to play throughout the majority of the games, which that could also key into why they paid him as much as they did. The consistency factor of, he's an Iron Man, he's going to show up every game, give his best effort. But I don't know. I think it's good that Seattle kept him around. Do I think he's overpriced? Maybe a little bit. Just like a smidge, because again, $60 million a year. That's a lot. That's a freaking lot. But be sure to let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments section. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.